Hi, welcome to Math and Focus Singapore Math Student Edition Course 2A. And here we are with the independent practice for 1.5 multiplying and dividing integers. Okay, before we begin, just a quick reminder, please go through the other video that helps you understand the concepts for this chapter. So doing this independent practice exercise is easier for you. Okay, so let's get started with the first part. Here it says evaluate each product. So basically you have 21 problems here to solve and they're pretty simple. Okay, so before we start solving, let's just have a quick revision of the rule of the multiplication, right? When you have the signs for the number. So let's quickly revise. We know plus times plus is plus, minus times minus is plus, plus times minus is minus, and minus times plus is also minus. Okay, so it's just applying this rule. The rest is quite simple. Okay, so the first is 5 times minus 7. So we know 5 times 7 is 35, right? So this is plus and this is minus. So plus times minus gives us minus. So the answer is minus. Okay, then we have 12 times 9. So this is 108. 12 times 9, right? And this is plus and this is minus. So the answer will be minus. Okay, then minus 6 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48, right? And this is minus times plus, right? So minus times plus will be minus. Okay, odd number of minuses, right? Okay, let's go to the next part, which is again minus and a plus question, right? So answer will be minus, right? 3 times 15 is 45. Simple. Now we have minus times minus, okay? So minus times minus gives us plus, right? And we know it's even number of minuses that you have. So answer will be positive, right? So this is 48, 4 times 12. Okay, again we have 2 times minuses here, right? So this will be 8 times 20 is 160, right? So if you know 8 times 2 is 16, right? 8 times 2 is 16, but this is 20, right? So we add 0 here again. So this is 160. Okay, so that's how you do faster math. Then do you need to do anything? Do you need to even consider the signs? Of course not. This is making our life easy, right? So the answer is 0. Same here, it doesn't matter the sign of the number here, right? Because it is 0. Okay, 0 times any number is always 0. Okay, whenever you multiply any number with 0, the answer is always 0. Next, now we have 3 numbers. So far we were doing with 2, now we go on to 3. Okay, so 3 times 12 minus 3 times 12 times 7. So we know this, right? 3 times 12 is 36. This is minus and plus, so this will be minus, right? So minus 36 times 7. Okay, so let's do the rough work here. 36 times 7, right? So 6 times 7 is 42. So we write 2 here and 4 is carried forward. 3 times 7 is 21. 21 plus 4 is 25. So this is 252 and it will be minus, right? Minus times plus first, right? So that's minus. Then again minus times plus. So it will be minus, odd number of minuses. Okay? Let's go to the next one. 8 times minus 4. 8 times 4 is 32, right? So this is minus 32. Correct? Times 2, which is equal to minus 64. Okay, odd times minus sign is there. Then you have 20 times 5 times minus 5. Okay, so this 20 times 5 is 100. We know that, right? Times minus 5. And you know, when you're multiplying with this kind of numbers, 10, 100, it's much easier, right? So you write this 5 as it is, and you put these 2 zeros here. And this will be minus, right? So odd times minus is there. Plus times plus gives us plus, and plus times minus gives us minus. Now you should know this rule by heart, okay? So we don't have to, I'm not going to explain each time. I want to be saying, because I'm sure, I'm confident you know this now. You will understand it, right? So 4 times 10 is minus 40, right? Times minus 6. Now we know 6 times 4 is how much? 24, right? So this 0 comes here. Okay, so you don't need to go here and do 40 times 6. 4 times 6 you did, and this 0 comes here. Now this is minus and minus, so answer will be plus, right? 1, 2. See, you have 2 times minus sign, even number. Answer is positive. Okay, we go to the next one here. Minus 7 times minus 2. This will be 14, right? Minus and minus makes positive. Times 10, which is 140. Simple, yeah? Then we go to the next one. 9 times minus 6 is 54, and that's minus, right? 9 times 6 is 54, so it's minus. Times minus 4, right? Which is equal to, now this you can actually do orally also. See, 5 times 4 is how much? 20, right? And this is not 5, this is actually 54. So let's say 50 and 4, right? So this is 200 plus 16 basically. So how I did is, let me just explain you again. This 54, I broke it as 50 and 4. Okay, and then I'm timing it with 4 and this also with 4, okay, separately. So this is 200, this is 16, so that's how I get 216 here. Okay, so instead of going here and doing, okay, 54 times 4, so I just did it orally like this. So this is 216, and this will be positive because we have twice negative sign here. Okay, then next one. Minus 2 times minus 8, this, right, which gives us 16. Minus minus is gone, right? It makes plus. Times minus 7. Okay, so which is equal to 16 times 7 is how much? Do you know your table? It is 1, 1, 2, and it will be minus. Okay, 3 times minus, odd, right? So minus sign. Then next one, minus 5 times minus 12. 5 times 12 is 60, and this would be plus, right? Minus times minus. Times minus 3. Okay, so again, what am I going to do here? I'll take this as 6 and 3. 6 times 3 is 18, and this is 60. So I'll put this as, again, a 0, right? So this is 6 times 10. So I did with 6 first, and then I add 0. If it was 600, like, then I would do it 1800, 2 zeros, okay? If it was 600, okay? So, and this will be minus sign. Minus, 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 right? So minus, minus gives plus, plus times minus gives us minus. Again, an interesting question. 0, 0, yeah? Okay, now we have with 4 numbers, okay? 6 times 7, 42, right? Minus, minus makes it positive. Now, I know this number is easier to do. So rather than saying 2 and 5, I'm going to multiply this because this makes 10. And when I have 10, I know my multiplication is much easier. Okay, otherwise what would I do? Okay, 42 times 2 times 5, right? So this would be like 42 times 2 is 84. 84 times 5. Now I don't know this table, so I'll go here and do 84 times 5. So instead of doing all this, I played smart. I multiplied this together. Okay, so that gave me 10, and timing any number times 10 is much easier to do. Okay, moving to the next one. 8 times minus 2. Minus 8 times minus 2 gives us 16 plus 16, right? Then we have this one, minus 4 and 12. So this is how much? Minus 4 times 12 is minus 48. Okay, so now we need the answer. So we'll do the rough work here. 48 times 16. Okay, so 0, 1, 8. 1 times 8 is 8, 1 times 4 is 4, right? 6 times 8 is 48, 4 here. 6 times 4 is 24, 24 plus 4 is 28, right? So 0 plus 8 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16, 1 carry forward, 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. So this is 768 and it is minus, right? 1, 2, 3 minuses you have. Okay, then the next one. This first. 9 times 5 is 45 and both are negative. So it's going to be positive, right? And this one times 4 times 3 is 12 and both are negative. So it's positive. So this is 45 times 12. Okay. So this is, if you want to do it here, we can do it here like this. Okay. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. So 0 here. 1 carry forward. 8 and 9. 0, 4, 1, 540. Right. So this is 540. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times minus sign. Right. So even numbers answer is going to be positive. Okay. So I did this over here. The other way could have been like this is 12, right? So basically it's 10 plus 2. So if I time with this, 445 times 10 gives me 450. 45 times 2 is 90. This is much easier to do this kinds of numbers, right? So I would get directly 540 here. So either this way or this way. This is a faster way to do. But this requires practice, okay? So that you are on the track. You avoid making mistakes. Now we have questions related to division and we know the rules remain the same, right? So instead of here saying that plus times plus, we would say plus divide by plus, minus divide by minus, right? So this outcome is going to be the same, okay? So let's get going with these questions now. Let me change the color and here I have this. So it says 125 divided by 25, okay? This is easier to do, right? 25 times 5 gives us 125 and this will be minus, right? Plus divided by minus, okay? So this is minus. Then 300 divided by minus 15. So this is 20. You know this, if I add 150 plus 150, right? So 15 times 10 gives 150. So this is 150 and 150. So it's actually 20, right? Or you have 15 times 2 gives us 30, right? 15 times 2 gives us 30. So this is 300. So this will be times 20 and not times 2, okay? So this is how you again do it. But this will be again a minus answer, right? Plus and minus. Then you have minus 100 divided by 25. Easy to do. This is 4, but with a minus sign. Minus divided by plus, right? Okay. Then you have minus 32 divided by 4, which is 8, right? But this will be minus 8, right? Because it is minus divided by plus. Then next number you have is minus 140 divided by minus 12. So you know if you divide 48, 12 times 4 gives us 48, right? But we want 480. So this, it's 480, additional 0 here, right? 12 you can't change. What are you going to change? This one. So you'll have it 40. And this will be positive because minus divided by minus, right? Minus divided by minus gives us positive, even number of minuses. Then minus 144 divided by 24. Okay, now see, you need to look at this last digits to get some kind of hint. Okay, so here the last digit is 4. In the 4's table, you need to think of when do you get 4 at the end, okay? And that's where you get your divisor. So you know, like if you write the 4's table, it is 4, right? 8, 12, 16. First one is 4, but we know this is not 1 times, right? Then you have 20, then you have 24, ending with 4. Okay, so this was 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4, 5, and 6, right? So you will directly try with 6. Rather than trying each one, you can directly try with 6 because this gives you the clue over here, okay? So let's try 24 times 6, okay? So 6 times 4 is 24. 2 comes here. Then 2 times 6 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14, and that's what you want, okay? 144, right? So that's what you want here. So this is 6 and a positive one because negative and negative. Okay? Okay. Then you have 0 divided by -8. Any number. Okay? When 0 is divided by any number, the answer is 0. 0 divided by this. Okay? Any number multiplied with 0 is 0. And when a 0 is divided by any number, it is still 0. Okay? So, is this clear? So, just now we finished doing 29 questions already. Okay? So, this is simple multiplication and division, just applying the rule. And it's not a difficult rule, right? It's quite simple rule to do. Let's go to the next page. And here it says, now we have only 5 questions to go. Real world problems, as we said in the concept video that we'll be doing directly while we do independent practice exercises, right? So here it is. While returning to the glider port, Susan descended at a rate of 380 feet per minute for 3 minutes. Calculate her change in altitude, okay? So she is descending down, okay? We just need to find the change in the altitude, right? So what are we supposed to do? What is the speed? What is the rate at which she is descending? So that is 380 feet per minute. Every minute that's happening, right? And she's descending for how long? The duration is 3 minutes, right? So first minute is 380, again 380, again 380, right? First minute, second minute, third minute, each time it is 380, 380, 380. So you are actually repeatedly adding, right? And when you repeatedly add, what is it? It is a question of multiplication, okay? And when you are repeatedly minusing, it's a division. Okay, so remember this to know whether you have to apply a multiplication or division, right? So this will be simply 380 times 3, okay, which is equal to how much? Let's do the calculation here. 380. I'll do 38 times 3. I'm not going to do 380 times 3, okay? Then I'll add 0 at the end. 8 times 3 is 24, 2 carried, 3 times 3 is 9, 9 plus 2 is 11. So this will be 11, 4, and this 0, right? So that's the change in her altitude. Fine, 1140. Sorry, 1140 feet. Simple, easy to understand, right? Okay, next one. A scuba diver took 6 minutes to rise to the surface at a rate of 20 feet per minute. How far was he below sea level? Okay, so what are we given here? The duration is 6 minutes, right? It's given that it was 6 minutes. And each minute was the rising speed, right? So we're talking about the speed here, which was 20 feet per minute, right? So how far was he below? Where was he? He took 6 minutes to come up, and each minute he was coming up by 20 feet, right? So again, this is repeated addition, right? First minute 20, second minute again 20, Third minute again 20, and likewise until 6 minutes. So it's basically a question of multiplication. So what are we going to multiply? 20 times 6, which gives us 120. So he was 120 feet below sea level. Okay, clear? Next one. It says a scientist measures the change in height per second of a diving osprey as minus 198 feet per second. Find the change in the osprey's position after 2 seconds. Okay, so every second it is going down by, the diving speed is how much? 198 feet per second. And we want to measure after 2 seconds, right? So it is again a question of multiplication, right? So it is simply 198 times 2, which is equal to, now this plus 2 would give me 200, right? So this times 2 is 400, but now it's 198 and not 200. So I'll double of this 4 and I'll minus it. So this becomes 396. Okay, so the answer is 396. Okay, it's the answer here. Is it clear? Okay, so this is how you do faster, or you could have simply done this 198 times 2. You would still get the same answer. Okay, and I'm trying to go faster, trying to teach you some tricks that you could use and do math mentally. Fine. So let's go to the next part. It says, Nicole wrote this as this, discuss and correct her mistakes. Okay, so let's see what she did. This says minus 25 divided by minus 100 is the question, right? So which is equal to 25 over 100, and this is minus. So what she has done is here correct. But where did she go wrong? Remember the rule? Minus divided by minus should be plus, right? But her answer is minus here, negative answer. So this minus sign gets cancelled in a way, right? So this should be 1 by 4 and not minus 1 by 4. So you know what you need to write, right? The second one, 2 times minus. Again, minus times minus gives us plus, right? So the answer is minus 4. It should be 4 instead, right? Minus times minus. Even times you have minus sign. Okay, so that's a simple one to solve. You can help her because you are smart now. Ian has trouble solving this equation. Write an explanation to help him. Okay, so what are we supposed to do? We have to help. You guys are so nice. You help everyone. You just helped Nicole. Now you're trying to help Ian as well. So first and foremost, what do we need to teach Ian? We need to teach him board mass. Right? So as per that, what is he supposed to do? He has to do the division first, right? So if we take minus 12 divided by 3 times 2 divided by minus 4, right? So all divisions should be done first. So this is a division here, this is a division here, right? So minus 12 divided by 3 should be minus 4, right? This times will be here. This is 2 divided by minus 4, right? So it's like this 2 by 4, which is 1 by 2. But we have minus sign, right? So this will be a minus sign again, right? So now what do? We know 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4, right? So then you multiply, this will be 2. And now you have minus times minus. So this will be positive answer. Okay, so you just got to write an explanation wherein you say that first and foremost he needs to know this. So he has to do the division first, both these divisions, right? Individually here. And then he has to do multiplication. And he has his answer over there. Isn't that simple? Right? Okay, so this is what this chapter is about. Very simple questions, easy to solve and faster as well. I hope this is helping you. and you're doing well in your subject, you're enjoying it, you're loving it, you're having fun with math. Okay, any questions, any doubts, comment section is there for you to post anything there related to the subject, related to the chapter, and I'll try my best to answer. And please watch out the other videos that helps you understand the concepts of all the different chapters that you have. And also you can look for the independent practice task to help you get better at it. Okay, thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.